My Twitch community has been asking me literally for years for a setup tour. And I finally feel like my setup, my entire office, but really my setup is at the perfect spot. So without further ado, at the beginning of 2025, I'm recording this on January 2nd of 2025. This is my 2025 setup tour. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna start left to right here and explain everything going on with the desk and the entire setup. And the thing I wanna kind of start off with first is the desk itself, because if there was no desk, I couldn't have a setup. So as you can tell, this is the very super original that I've never seen before. This is two IKEA Alex drawers. So it's an Alex drawer for each side, connected with, this is literally just some furniture risers that I got off of Amazon. And to sit on top of that, I have the IKEA countertop. It's called the Ekbakken. This is a kitchen countertop I'm using as my desktop. And I love it. I believe I have like the 70-inch or 72-inch, whatever the larger size is. I know it's sometimes some people think it's overkill. Some people like, you know, sit-stand desks or something that's more just like an actual desk. But this is perfect for me. One, because I love the storage that comes with having two Alex drawers, but two, the size. I'm a pretty big guy, I'm a pretty tall guy. I have very long arms. So being able to have this much space to like kind of spread everything out and still be able to reach everything is perfect for me. I love it. I think it's the best combination of desks that I've ever used, and I've been on it for a couple years and I don't see myself changing anytime soon. So first and foremost, the most important thing of an entire setup is that drink. It's my water bottle. This is a Stanley I got custom from Apex Legends, actually at the Respawn headquarters. It was a gift for some of the creators that they had. I have two of these. My wife took the other one. It's like a green one, but this is essential. It's always on my desk. It's always in my setup, sitting on this like marble coaster thing. I'm gonna scoot it out of the way right now so we can focus on the thing that's really important here. So this is my Stream PC monitor. As you can tell over here, there's two PCs sitting here on this desk, or drawer cabinet thing. And that's because I do use a two PC stream and recording setup. So this PC is the Stream PC on the right, and what's on that is this monitor. So it's the ROG Strix XG27 UCS. So fun fact about this monitor, it was actually sent out about a month or so ago from Asus to me to put it through the test and give some feedback and make a little review and showcase it and stuff like that. I really enjoy this monitor so much. From them sending it out to test, for me to test, I put it in my setup permanently. I usually have my chat and my OBS Streamlabs running at the same time, obviously on the Stream PC up. And also though, the thing about this monitor that I like so much is the versatility when I'm not streaming. So when I'm not streaming, I tend to play more single player, like story heavy games, maybe like something like Elden Ring, or recently I've been playing the new Indiana Jones and the Great Circle game. And what I'll do is I'll unplug this monitor from the Stream PC, plug it in the game PC, and use it like just a normal monitor, and it's amazing. It's been a blast so far. Sitting on top of that, I do have a light bar. I'm not gonna lie, I do not remember the name of the brand at all that I got it from. I got it off Amazon, so I don't remember where it's from, but it does come with a wireless controller that like runs on batteries that I can, you know, tune up or down to make it look how I want to look. I can also change the color temperature of it as well, and I really enjoy it a lot. But if you look down here, like I said at my desk, I have the risers allows me a little bit of extra storage. So in this gap, so this is the low profile keyboard from Asus. I believe it's called the Falchion FX, I think. But this keyboard's amazing. It's a low profile wireless gaming keyboard, but I do use it to run my Stream PC. So that's pretty nice, and I do love that. The mouse that I use for my Stream PC is this right here. This is the Zowie U2. Shout out to Zowie and the homie over there, Marcus. He sent me out this mouse when it first dropped, I believe around the beginning of the year, to test it out, and I put a lot of time in it, and it's a great gaming mouse. The U2 comes with this enhanced wireless receiver that I think is like a really cool looking like dock aesthetically. That's kind of how I make that whole workflow work. If you look down here, obviously you see 4 gaming mice. Well, I have a lot of gaming mice. Actually, if you know anything about me, I am a huge peripheral enthusiast, huge peripheral nerd, whatever you want to say. I really love mice and keyboards and peripherals. If you can tell by this shelf in my office. So you're wondering why these 4 mice are sitting on my desk. It's because these are the current 4 mouse, as well as the mouse that's my main mouse that I will get to. These 4 mice are my favorite mice in my current rotation that I still switch to, because yes, I do switch mice and mouse pads very often. This right here on the left is the Viper V3 Pro. Shout out to JT in my Twitch community who actually sent me an extra copy. I've got some Extra Pad Jade full skates on it. I usually have dots or donuts, but I decided to try the full pad skates, and I actually really like them a lot. This is the Lamzu Maya X 8K. Shout out to Lamzu. They actually sent me this to test a little bit before it was released. To me, it's like the perfect replacement to the G Pro X Superlight. or G Pro X2, because that's the newest one, obviously. I love this mouse very, very much. This has extra pad. I believe these are Obsidian Airs. These are my favorite skates for glass pads for sure. They feel super comfortable. I love it. This is a very special mouse. Fine Max, a brand new company, sent out to me a little bit earlier to test out as well. And it's a full magnesium mouse. It doesn't have holes, but it does have these like divots in it as if it has holes. But I thought that was kind of weird at first, but after using this mouse a ton, it actually is really comfortable, and I kind of like the aesthetic of it as well. Definitely one of my favorite mice. And then this bad boy right here is the Endgame Gear XM2W 4K. And I'm gonna bring this over here and talk about my main mouse as well with this mouse. Bro, 2025, we're using a mouse with a wire? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Especially because you have the version of the mouse that's wireless. I know, I understand that, but I've been testing lately between both of these mice, and they're by far my favorite mice of 2024. The reason though I'm maining the wired version currently is because it has the best click latency in all of mice right now. Obviously, the wireless technology on the XM2W 4K is still probably the best wireless technology going on right now. Between that and the Razer Viper, the wired one is a little bit lighter, and I don't really mind the wire. The cable's really good, plus I have a bungee right there and it feels really good. So when I've been grinding Marvel Rivals as of recently, I've been using this mouse almost exclusively, and I've been farming and it feels super good. But that's why these mice are up here, because I like testing a lot of mice and I switch out a lot, and it's very fun, and I'm addicted, and it's a problem. So to the right of the monitor that I use on my stream PC is a not real plant. This is absolutely not real, but I love having a little bit of greenery, a little bit of pop on the desk, but as well, even more important than that, is this piece of artwork right here. This is a gift from my wife. It's a little art book. I think she might have got it from Etsy or something of that nature, but this is based off of a picture of Stevie Wonder, and Stevie Wonder is my favorite musician of all time. I think he's the greatest musician to ever live, in my opinion. And just a little side note, if you guys didn't know, you know my name is Drum Bum. Well, the reason my name is Drum Bum is because before I was a full-time streamer, gamer, content creator, I was a musician. I was a full-time musician. I went to music school. I graduated in 2020 with a degree in music education. And I was also a school music teacher, a band director specifically, but music was my passion, and I still have a ton of love for it. I still really care about it a lot. I still listen to music all the time. I haven't made any music in a really long time, but I still love it very much. And having reminders of it around my desk while I'm gaming and streaming, I don't know, it just hits a little bit different, especially because it's a gift from my wife. You know, you guys know, you know how it is. Also connected to my stream PC would be my camera. So that is a Sony a6000 with just the kit lens, stock. I really love this camera. I got it a few years ago, actually during the turning point of when I went from a part-time streamer to a full-time streamer. I raised money in my community to buy this camera to up the quality of my stream and up the quality of my videos as well. I do a lot of talking head videos through this camera. I know it's a little bit, you know, older now, but it still works great and it still looks so great, and I love this camera. And I have it kind of jerry-rigged up back here on an Elgato multi-mount, and with this big bar sticking out. But what also is on that is my Keylight Air. And shout out my my ex-roommate and cousin as well, cousin-in-law, Luke, who bought me this Keylight Air years ago when I first started streaming, and I still use it every single day. No, my Windows is not activated on my stream PC because it's my stream PC. Like, it's all good. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Let's take a little break and jump over here to the stream PC. This, again, another fake plant. A little lamp up there with a Govee light in it. Just, you know, have some warmth. We're pretending we're outside. It's like the fake sun, the fake plant. You know, we gotta put a little outside on the inside. You know what I'm saying? The stream PC, actually, fun fact, this Corsair case is the first case I ever built a PC in. Obviously, the internals are a little bit different from my first ever PC, but it kind of started me on this journey. So it is really, really cool that I'm still using this case. For a stream PC, I didn't go out and buy a new PC for it. I just used old parts that I gathered over time. The only thing that's important in this is that the graphics card is a 2070, actually, and the CPU is, I believe, a Ryzen 5 3600 or 3600X or something of that nature. It's got like 16 or 32 gigs of RAM in it. I can't necessarily remember, but I have the Elgato 4K 60 capture card inside, so it, you know, captures my game PC perfectly. So that's the best part. This bad boy right here is in the Fractal Design North. This is the most beautiful case I've ever seen. This is my favorite PC case I've ever seen. I am a Fractal Design ambassador as a creator, but regardless of that, I think Fractal has the best cases in the world, and I love this case so much. So much so that although I do have the tempered glass side paneling, I turned off all my RGB. All my RGB inside the PC is turned off because I just love the aesthetic of this like black box with the wood grain front. I don't know, it feels a little more classic, a little more adult, a little more clean, and I really enjoy it. But don't sleep. Just because the RGB is off, this thing is an absolute monster. This is actually the first PC I didn't build it myself. I've built every single rig I've ever used and a bunch of friends' rigs, but this time I went with the homies over at Power GPU. Big shout out to Jesse. They really hooked it up. Inside is a 4080 Super. The MSI Ventus 3X 4080 Super paired with a Ryzen 9 7900X 3D. And this thing is, dude, this is the first time I've had a real high-end build, and it's game-changing. It's truly, truly, truly game-changing. They killed it. This is my favorite monitor I've ever used. I know I keep saying that, but I'm serious when I say my setup is at a point where I never thought it would be. I'm so thankful that I get to use this equipment, and then I get to use this gear, and then I get to do all this to play games and make content and make videos. It's just, I don't know, sometimes I shock myself at how cool this is. But with that being said, so this right here is the 27-inch 1440p 360 hertz Asus ROG Strix. Sorry, Asus names sometimes. Asus ROG Strix PG27AQN, the famous PG27AQN. But this is my favorite monitor I've ever used. I actually made a review for it about a little over a year ago when I first got it. So I've had this, I bought this monitor at the end of 2023, and I've had it all the way till now, and I love it so much. I do very much so want to try an OLED monitor, that one of the 1440p, either 240 hertz or the 480 hertz one. That thing is a bag, but it looks beautiful, looks really, really cool. I want to try that very, very badly, but that doesn't mean I don't absolutely love this monitor. It's been a monster for me. If you go straight down here, of course, you recognize this yellow cable. Who doesn't? At this point, everyone and their mom has a Wooting 60HE. It's kind of custom, but like not really. It's still in the stock case, but I do have GMK Hennessy keycaps from a previous build that my homie K built for me, hooked it up. But I took those keycaps off that build to put on my Wooting when I got it. Actually, recently, I also switched the switches to the Gateron Jade, the HE Jade ones made for the Wooting. And those things did make a huge difference. But a big deal about this keyboard is I'm actually gonna do my first real mod to a keyboard ever in my entire life with the new Optimum Wooting case that's on its way. It actually shipped today, so it should be here in a couple of days. I'm really, really excited to do that build. Had to interrupt just for a second. I'm recording this probably about a week later after I was recording the initial setup tour, and it's here, and you guys, it. Okay, sorry, I just could not let this video pass without showing the updated version of my Wooting. All right, back to the video. Everything about it is just amazing. Especially if you check out right here, I do have a Soar Gaming custom keycap as well. Shout out to my man K, who hooked me up with that as well a couple years ago. I'm always repping, and as simple as that. I'm always repping. My favorite thing in peripherals are probably mouse pads. I am a huge mousepad nerd, huge mousepad enjoyer. I love trying different surfaces and how they affect my aim. I'm a huge artisan stan, but recently, in the past year or so, a couple of brands I've tried, everything from, you know, Pat Smith, Lethal Gaming Gear, everything. I've tried a bunch of pads, and I still love all of those pads. But something feels special about this brand, Kirasan. Shout out to Tekazai. He hooked it up with the brand new Shogun. It's actually a control pad, and this thing is huge. The Shogun's not even out yet at the time I'm recording this, but he hooked it up. I was a huge Samurai lover, the pad that released before this. This is a little more balanced pad, but this is like a very smooth control pad. And it's, again, like I said, it's huge. It's bigger than any 500 by 500 pad I've ever used. That's a big selling point for me because I'm kind of a low sense player. I play around like 42 cm, so it does make a difference. I'm more of a speed pad or like balance pad enjoyer, but something about this control pad just feels different than other control pads. It doesn't feel so muddy, but when you stop, it's like your mouse is getting sucked into the pad, but when you move, like you can let go, it lets go like really, really well. I don't know how to explain it. So far, I've only had it for a couple of days. I'm definitely gonna need to put some more time into it, but I enjoyed it a lot so far. They really cooked something different over there at Kirasan, which the mouse pad market is so saturated, it's hard to do, but they did a really great job. As well as just throw this in there, my audio equipment. I do use a Go XLR to combine the audio between my stream PC and my game PC and put it out in the stream. That is my Elgato Stream Deck as well. I use to control my stream and my lighting, stuff like that. So next is my microphone. I've had this microphone for a long time. This is the PreSonus PD70. I do have some Apex stickers on there. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about none of that. It's very comparable to the SM7B from Shure. I get a ton of compliments on it. I think it sounds great. It sounded great for a very long time. It's very high quality and it's cheaper than the Shure SM7B, so I really enjoy using this. It's on the blue arm mic, boom arm stand mic thing. I've had this thing for a long time. This thing has been an absolute beast. It's a monster. It's extremely sturdy. Like the base is crazy, but it's a little bit outdated and it's really big. And I would really like to try something a little bit smaller, like the Elgato low profile arms. I really want to try one of those. Right now, I don't really like how it's blocking the side of my PCs or this side of my setup. You know, it gets the job done. It's out of the way in the stream and it makes my mic sound good. So that's great. It's a good time. So I get asked very often, Drum, are those earbuds? What earbuds are you using on stream? I really enjoy IEMs way more than over-the-ear headphones. One, for comfort reasons, I do stream for a long time and I don't have something clamping on my head and on my forehead and on the top of my head and my temples and stuff, so that's a lot more comfortable. Two, and I love the sound profile of IEMs better. I love that they're, you know, in ear and you get the full immersion. So these are really special to me, actually. So if you guys are watching this video, there's a high chance you've heard of this guy named Fresh Reviews. Fresh is a really dope guy, and so he designed these alongside Zygot, the Airites. I think that's how you pronounce it, Airite, A-R-E-T-E. It's this collab with Zygot, and they sound so good. I love these so much. He's actually sent them out to me, so a big shout out to him. Ignore the cable. I broke the stock cable because I'm an idiot and I'm using one of my old backup cables, but I have a new cable coming in pretty soon that I'm really excited to use, and they'll look a lot better than this. So they are a little pricey. If you can find them in stock, I can't help but vouch for them extremely. I do also, by the way, I do also have a very cheap, I think I got this thing for like 40 bucks or something, maybe even less than that. And it came with two, but one of them broke out of the box from Amazon, just a softbox. I really do like the light. It does come with a controller, so I do use the controller all the time. But I do that to kind of just generally light the right side of my face. Obviously the camera's on the left side and I get a lot of light from my key light bouncing off the wall in front of me, but I like to have something a little bit just more ambient in the front of my setup and just hitting the right side of my face. That's kind of what that lamp is doing as well. Oh, I do have my foot pedal down there. That's just for mute and unmute on Discord when I'm playing with friends or ranking or anything like that. So in playing a competitive game and talking to chat, they don't really mix too well. So I always have my foot pedal down there to mute and unmute all the time. That is a calendar from 2023. I know I need a new one. I think it just looks really cool. I will upgrade that this year, I promise. I'm a little behind, but I just like the way it looked in the setup. The whole goal of my setup was to be very efficient when it comes to what I'm using and what I'm doing on the day-to-day. Obviously, workflow is extremely important while being a full-time streamer and content creator. But even more so than that, just something I was really comfortable with, something I love looking at and love the aesthetic. I'm a very simple guy, as you can tell. I don't really like a lot going on. I'm not necessarily a minimalist, but I'm definitely not even anywhere close to a maximalist. Something just real chill, something that I feel like an adult because I am when I'm using it, but something that still feeds that inner child. That's just a good time, you know? I also did forget to mention, by the way, this is my hand cam. This is a Logitech Stream Cam. It's hooked up to an Elgato multi-mount as well. Just putting down at my peripheral setup, just whenever I want to use a hand cam on stream or make a video or something like that. Now I think I've covered everything. This is my setup for 2025. I'm extremely thankful to be able to use this setup every single day. I mean, just look at it. Look at it. Like, it just makes me so happy that I get to, this is crazy. It's actually crazy. I do want to take a second to say thank you to anybody who's ever supported me in any capacity, to giving me opportunities to receive things from companies to test and try out and put in the setup and things that I never thought in a million years. If you go back in time and tell like a 15, 16-year-old me that I was sitting in something like this, I would think you're a crazy person. Overall, I can't help but be extremely thankful and extremely over the moon at the fact that I get to use so much amazing gear. That's only possible because of people like you who support anything that I do. Whether it's my streams, my TikTok, my YouTube, my Twitter, anything. Literally any opportunities is all because of you guys. So like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, and let me know down in the comments below. What should I change in my setup? What do you like about it? And did I inspire anything for your own setup? Let me know. Thanks so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.